So as I start moving on with Vivian Paley, we're getting into the part where she's really going to start focusing most on, I believe, Jason and how he evolves with, along with the other students in his class. Remember that ultimately what we're doing with this book is creating a child study of Jason. So taking notes on observations about Jason as you read is going to be a lot easier than going back and having to reread it to recreate a child study at the end. Because with the child study, you're going to create a one-page kind of summary that you would present to parents, but you got to have documentation or artifacts and things. And so we're kind of using Vivian's words and descriptions and things she shares here as our artifacts, okay? So Jason's story, and we're starting on page 29. This part of the story is no longer really about they're not chapter paginated the same way as other books. So Vivian kind of shows that it's at a stopping place in the story with a little, I guess, kind of character person. It looks like this little guy. So I'm going to read to that. And that's where I'm going to stop the recordings, just because I know some of you really like to have you're an auditory learner, so reading it together kind of helps, and you don't have to do that. This is optional, but if it helps you, good. There you go. All right. I know y'all just want to hear my voice like so much more. All right, so Jason's story, page 29, I believe. Yep. We watch Jason as he crouches behind the arrangement of blocks he calls an airport. The children are learning his monologues by heart. This blade is turning around now. You're going faster now. You're going faster now. You're going to crash now. You're going off the ground. Now you're going up, up, up. Now you're going loud. Broom. Now you're going to land. Psh. Okay, all safely. The children are curious about this dark-haired boy and his helicopter fantasy, though he will not play with them or respond to their questions. But they are impressed by infatuations. They admire strong feelings openly displayed in extravagant shapes and sounds. We're flying past O'Hare, Jason says to his helicopter, and we're flying past Midway, and then we're flying to England, and then past England to O'Hare, and then past O'Hare to Midway, and then the plane lands there, and then the propeller stops. Ooh, ooh, it's spinning so fast. They keep track of Jason's private spectacle, which I worry about that which does not take place. He plays alone. He tells stories to himself. He seems unaware of our habits and customs. Ask him a question, and he says his helicopter is broken. Suggests an activity, and he rushes away to fix his helicopter, sometimes knocking over a building in his path. Some intuition tells Jason he must oppose our purposes and protect himself from our intrusions. He wails in fright if the helicopter is touched, and he breaks up our talk with ear-splitting noises. Appearing to push us away, he achieves the opposite. We can't take our eyes off of him. One day, when Jason is not in school, I tell a story to the small group that sits at the snack table. There was once a boy who would not say hello to anyone, not even to the teacher. Is it a true story, Lily asks. I'll tell some more, and you can decide. Instead of hello, he said, broom. Every day he roared as he walked past the teacher on his way to the blocks. Good morning, the teacher would call out. You brought your red helicopter today. The children smile in recognition. Is it Jason? I'll tell more. The boy did not answer the teacher. He was busy carrying big blocks to a corner by the window. It's Jason, I know. Alex beams. You're just pretending a story, right? Yeah, they all tell me. It's just pretend. That's really Jason. The children are pleased with my story. They see nothing wrong with someone saying broom instead of hello. Is the story finished, Lily asks. One more part. Then the boy landed his helicopter in the airport, and when it landed, something happened. The blades got broken, everyone yells happily, and he fixed them. That's the end. My story is done, and I found out what I need to know. Jason's story makes sense to the children. It is up to me to discover why. Tell it again, Joseph says. I will when Jason is here. Do you think he'll like to hear it? Of course he will, Lily assures me. It's about his helicopter. The day Joseph brings a snake That day, Joseph brings a snake and tells a snake story. I say to Jason, "Come look at Joseph's snake. It moves in a funny way." But Jason rushes past us into the blocks, his lips sputtering as he builds his first airport of the day. It will be dismantled and reconstructed many times. Breaking and fixing is Jason's design for play. Joseph ends his story and calls to Simon. "Hey, pretend a bad alligator creeped downstairs, okay?" He sounds as if he is beginning a new chapter in the story he just dictated. "Yeah, and then we hiss him. Then we fight at him," Simon says. "Aren't you the alligator?" Joseph asks. "I'm a baby squirrel that changed to a snake." "Hi, Dad. Are you the dad? I'll be the child, okay?" The snake friend child and person that changes to a snake. The question of identity is every child's most serious preoccupation. To the two snakes in the snake house, nothing is more important. Joseph grabs the nearest block and holds it up. "I'm the dad that has a sword and a key. But who's the helicopter? Who's the alligator?" "Hey, Jason, you're the alligator, okay, Jason?" Jason inches down behind the blocks. "This blade is turning around," he murmurs. "Now you're going up, up, down, down. Oh, you're going to crash. Broken. You're broken. I have to fix this blade now." "Jason, look at me. You want to be an alligator or not? A good alligator." "This is a rescue helicopter," Jason says louder, but not to the boy who shouts his name. "Someone broke it. I have to fix the blades," Joseph persists. "I got an idea, Jason. Your helicopter has to rescue us, okay? Help, help, a monster alligator in the dark. Save me. Helicopter to the rescue. Save the day." Joseph glares at the silent boy bent over a helicopter. His best logic will not work, and he is puzzled. So am I. The function of a classroom fantasy, as both Joseph and I see it, is to communicate ideas and influence group culture. But Jason's play seems to have a different goal. He wants to know his helicopter story, yet we are not to enter its sphere. How reliable can my theories be if they don't include Jason? It is helpful, therefore, for me to change from theory maker to storyteller if I am to follow the classroom lives of children who do not assume expected roles. A storyteller, above all, likes suspense. It is the not knowing about characters that makes them interesting. In a good story, we watch for the unanticipated turn in the plot, and we presuppose that we are not seeing the entire picture. Jason's ritual of broken blades and comforting repairs is as interesting a beginning to any child's story as I've heard. We wait for developments, but so far Jason prefers to elaborate on the beginnings of his story. The boys turn from Jason and arrange a pair of wooden cylinders on the walls of the snake house. "Pretend this is poison drinks, but the alligator doesn't know it's poison and he dies and he's dead." "Pretend we put it in the helicopter." Simon glances hopefully at Jason, but there is no response. The children offer him new roles, but he will not step out of the one he knows. Uninvited, I enter the scene. "I heard Joseph call for help. Jason, can your helicopter save the snake?" "Snakes? Jason will not be manipulated by me. My blade is broken. Someone broke this blade. Can you show Joseph and Simon how you fix it?" "I can't show someone how you fix it." He calls the children someone. After 2 months, he refers to no one but me by name. Nonetheless, Jason's modus operandi is a story of broken blades and power regained, and our curriculum is based on storytelling. We need only to tempt him onto one of our stages. I have discovered something important about children. Anything that happens during their play or storytelling makes for captivating conversation as long as I am sincere. It is the fascination actors and playwrights have for constructive responses from the audience. When Lily told me Jason would like my story about him, she based her opinion on this premise. At snack time, I say, an interesting thing happened in the blocks before to Joseph, Simon, and Jason. This is sincere because I did find it interesting. The children sit up at attention. Even Jason is curious about a recollection in which he is seen as a central character. Joseph and Simon were snakes, and there was a bad alligator, and Simon wanted Jason's helicopter to save the day, and "No, I said to save the day." "No, I said to save the day," Joseph corrects me. "Oh, yes, but Jason was busy fixing his helicopter blades because someone broke them." "Who?" several children ask. "I don't know," I say. "Who broke your blades?" Joseph inquires with renewed interest. "Someone who is orange." "Someone who is orange," Jason whispers. Joseph inspects his orange shirt. You mean someone who has a shirt on like this, but not me, right? You mean someone else that was orange? He means a ghost that was orange. Petey explodes, pounding the table. Dum-da-dum-dum. Jason has heard enough talk. Lips pressed together, he emits a siren-like scream and whirls into the next room. He crashes through an elaborate web of train tracks and falls over an outraged Edward. You did it on purpose. But Jason is already nestled behind his wall, fixing his helicopter, not listening. As you're reading, you should be trying to take notes and things, but it might be easier now that we've read through it once to go back through and say, and capture what you found the most telling and what observations you really should make about Jason from those pages. And that will basically be what I'm going to assign for this reading. Thank you.